Now, I ain't one to gossip, but I will bring you the tea. Welcome to Chronicles Speak. Wendy Williams has not made a peep and her name is still in the headlines. Now, according to Gossip Online, Wendy Williams' mother-in-law reached out to the National Enquirer. And I know y'all are like, the National Enquirer? Now, we'll get to that in a minute. So according to the mother-in-law, allegedly, she witnessed Kelvin laying hands on Wendy. Now, as some of you may remember, Wendy came to her show with her arm in a sling and she said it was a slight fracture due to the Graves' disease. And because of this, she was on heavy medication that caused her to slur her words. Now, there were a couple of people in my comment section on my last video about Wendy that said they had Graves' disease as well, so I decided to look up some information about it. Now, Graves' disease is an immune system disorder that results in overproduction of thyroid hormones, also called hypothyroidism. Now, although a number of these disorders may result in hypothyroidism, Graves' disease is a common cause. Graves' disease can also cause brittle bones, so I said, you know what, maybe that might be the reason for the shoulder issue. Now, according to the National Enquirer's statement with the mother-in-law, she's alleging that she saw Kelvin choking Wendy out, and another time she witnessed him beating her and pushing her down the steps, allegedly. She's also saying that Williams helped Hunter cover up the abuse, but says after the day she showed up slurring her words while sporting a sling, Hunter's mother-in-law willingly admitted to witnessing her son allegedly attacking Williams. Now, if this story is true or not, I don't know, because I do know the National Enquirer will post some bogus stories. I do, however, feel that his mother went to the National Enquirer and gave them the story. If the story she gave is true, is up for discussion. I don't know. But Wendy did warn us before she even got her television show. She warned us on her radio show that people in Kelvin's family was out to get money from them and extort them. And she said if anything ever comes out in the National Enquirer from his family, don't believe it. Take a listen to this.
In the meantime, I have an in-law who, shout out to the front desk. You see anybody who shows up at this radio station claiming to be my in-law, she's right, she is, and call the cops. And before you do that, you call me so I can see them cuff and stuff. Everybody think we're Bobby, Whitney, and Will and Jada and Oprah and Stedman and, yeah, you know what I'm saying? All of a sudden, July 13th is getting closer. My life is no different than anybody else's. And I got to tell you something right now. I have no problem calling cops. And you let somebody put something in the Star or the Enquirer. You know, I got 3 different factions I'm expecting big stories from between July and I would say January 1st of 2010. You will read, I'm hedging, at least 3 stories from 3 different bottom feeder parts of me and my husband's lives of mother fathers jumping up, and they will get beat down and stopped. They don't understand who they're messing with. I have no shame in my game, and I will call it the way I see it. You understand me? You never been around, you never been around. He doesn't know who his father is. He's got, 3 siblings and he doesn't know who it is. We talked about this on the radio 2 years ago when my husband, anyway, if you weren't here, then I just can't. I can't even explain. Needless to say, he still doesn't know who his dad is. People trying to jump up and claim and whatnot. Wow. All of a sudden, because wifey's about to be big. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? No, don't play that. Because I don't play that, and I don't hide nothing. You know what I'm saying? We want to talk about drugs, let's talk about drugs. Foul family members, we can talk about that too. I'll call the cops on any one of them. Any one of them. I am pure and clean and ready for my close-up, and you will not F this up. So now, once again, a shout out to the front desk. Before you call anybody, let me see it. I want to savor the flavor as it goes down. I'm just letting you know. I was told last night that somebody's going to be coming up here looking for something. Wow. And if they don't find it, they're going to try to embarrass us. Little do they understand. You can't embarrass me and my husband, honey. We are the front line.
China, y'all know I'm not one to gossip, but they said for the longest, Kelvin's mama was lying to him about who his daddy was. So he really does not mess with his family like that. So for his mother to say that she witnessed it, I don't know. With Wendy giving us that warning way back then, you could definitely say that his family are bottom feeders and they was trying to get money from them and extort them. And I don't feel like Wendy would have her mother-in-law around knowing that type of information can get her paid. She may have heard it, but I cannot say that she was around it. Now, I do, for one, feel like Kelvin is beating on Wendy. If you followed my channel for any amount of time, you've heard me talk about my own domestic abuse situation before. I kind of know the signs. Wendy has been taking up for him for the longest, and I think she was staying in it for the sake of her son. I need you guys to tell me what you feel about this situation, and y'all know how we do. We'll talk about it down below. And before you go, don't forget to hit the bell for notifications, like this video, and subscribe. And we'll talk to you guys later. Bye.